one of the secrets that a lot of people hold back on, they don't want to tell people, okay, is that life starts in the soil, okay? It starts with that lower level of biology. That's where everything is the foundation, and then you're moving up in the story of the foundation of life in your soil. So it starts with, the biology that does not need oxygen. It moves into the middle biology, and we had a lot of people on talking about effective microorganisms, or EM. Okay. Uh, oh, Silly Lily's here. Oh, she's grabbing Dylan, so he's not here whimpering beside me. Um, Building soil in a desert. Yes, very, very easy to do. Is just put on a, I, 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 I want to say shit ton, but put on a large amount of organic material on top of the sand. Okay, because sand is actually a huge component. Is what we were just going to mention, is that sand, okay, which a lot of people don't have, okay, is full, absolutely full of different components that your plants and our bodies need. Okay, silica. Yeah. Oh God, there's just in one single grain of sand, and this is coming straight from a global survey where they looked at the sand globally. Okay, has calcium, magnesium, silica, etc. It is a necessary component in soil. It is needed there. Okay. So if you're in the desert and you got all this sand, as long as you start adding a whole bunch of organic material, and that can just be wood chips, it can be grass, it can be desert scrub brush piled and piled and piled, so that the air can't suck the moisture off, your biology is going to grow. Okay. That's where, if you're doing biochar, okay, and you have access to good quality biochar, you're making it yourself, and it's biology stuffed into it. You put that in the bottom layer on top of that sand, and you put mulch on top. You're creating biology. You're giving it the start, then you're giving it the food source, you're giving it the shade. Okay, it's going to be able to proliferate into the ground, and it's going to create black rich soil as that is broken down, and just keep adding layer upon layer upon layer every year of organic material, and all of a sudden you turn that desert into vibrant soil. Look at, guys, if you want to take a look at the reforestation of the Sahara Desert, okay, they have what's called the Great Green Wall. Okay, there's documentaries all over the place about that, and different areas are using different methodologies, but it's all about organic material. They keep the organic material, they put more, they put more, they put more, and all of a sudden, any moisture that is being created in the environment, and that's, guys, morning dew. Okay, the change from hot to cold, and that dew point can literally feed you the enough water into your soil to survive droughts. Okay, as long as the biology and the organic material is there, it can draw that moisture in, keep the plant alive through that drought, because it is created right out of the air. You don't even need to have the rains. Okay. So the if you're really into that, taking a desert and turning it into a life-giving abundance, then check out the stuff on the the wall. Oh geez, the Great Wall in oh, I said it earlier. Now I can't remember it. It's slipping my mind. But they're taking the sand and forcing the desert back, reversing desertification. Oh yeah, that's a hard one. And they're able to bring rivers and creeks back. There's different groups that have literally created new watersheds or reinvigorated watersheds and have rivers that haven't flown in decades and decades flowing again, supporting life. Yeah, greening the Sahara. Yeah, thank you, David. It's amazing what you can do with adding that organic material that gives life to the biology, gives them the food sources they need, gives them the living quarters, and stops the evaporation of the moisture. And all of a sudden, you've got growth. You know, they dig little pits, and they fill them in, and there's all kinds of people doing this kind of stuff. And it's amazing how it can all work together. Okay. So that's one of the keys is having all of those. Yeah, swales, exactly ghetto. You know, I there's so many things controlling the water on your property, okay, especially in a desert like environment, is huge. But even if you have, if you're in Britain, you get rain and that all the time, okay, you can refill the aquifer a lot more efficiently and have better water by having the organic material, having it processed, the water processed through the soil structure to clean it. You think of sand filters, okay? The sand purifies the water. But let's get back to